College of Science and Mathematics, Dr. Frederick Stangl, Jr. Dr. Frederick Stangl, Jr. was born December 3, 1950, to the late Barbara and Frederick Stangl, Sr., and as a military family, he and his younger siblings, Mike, Greg, Tim, and Rita, moved several times and attended schools in Libya, Germany, Amarillo, Denver, and finally the Burke-Burnett, Wichita Falls area, where his father retired from the United States Air Force. Stangl graduated from Burke-Burnett High School in 1968, and like his father, Fred Jr. joined the Air Force, serving until 1977. He returned back to the Wichita Falls area, this time with his wife Eileen, daughter Dawn, and son Freddie, and enrolled as a non-traditional student at Midwestern State. There was not a lot of time to get involved in extracurricular activities, as he was providing for his family working odd jobs, including bartending. Stangl earned his Bachelor of Science in 1979 and his Master of Science in 1981. Both in biology, and went on to earn his Ph.D. from Texas Tech University in 1984. Stangl was a professor of biology at MSU from 1984 until his retirement in 2012. He taught a number of courses, including general zoology, comparative vertebrate anatomy, invertebrate anatomy, mammalogy, wildlife management, and many more. Dr. Stangl also served as curator of the MSU collection of mammals, numbering more than 23,000 specimens. The collection ranked among the top 35 mammal collections in size among all North American institutions, and was accredited by the American Society of Mammalogists. Notable material included the third largest collection of Texas mammals, the first museum specimen since the 1890s of an ocelot from the United States, first and only series of tawny-bellied cotton rats from Texas, first and only specimens of California kangaroo rat from Nevada, and the first specimen of pygmy mouse from Oklahoma. According to Dr. Stangl, few experiences are more exciting to a biology student or more relevant to a science education than direct involvement in research, especially if the work leads to the possibility of authorship or co-authorship of a scientific publication. To date, undergraduates under his direction have authored or co-authored more than 20 papers. Graduate students have co-authored almost 30 publications, and most were topics independent of their thesis research. Dr. Stangl also has over 80 publications to his credit, ranging in topics from discrimination between small and medium-sized species of West Texas pocket mice to cranial and dental variations in the armadillo. Stangl is a professor emeritus at MSU and is a research associate at the museum at Texas Tech, where he has served since 1989. Dr. Stangl received numerous awards during his tenure, including being named Hardin Professor in 1990, and in 1993 was named Student Government Faculty of the Year. He received the MSU Faculty Award in 1993 and 3 times was named Mortarboard Professor of the Year. Stangl has received the Texas Academy of Science Outstanding Service Award twice and was named an honorary member of the Texas Society of Mammalogists in 2013. He has served on advisory boards for Riverbend Nature Works, Nortex Regional Planning Commission, the Mammal Advisory Board for Texas Parks and Wildlife, and the Water Resources Commission, a citizens advisory board for the city of Wichita Falls. When asked about some of his notable professors, Stangl said it would be a who's who of Bolin Science Hall in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Biologists Walt Dahlquist, Art Beyer, Jack Grimes, Norman Horner, and Nancy Scott were wonderful and patient mentors who took him under their wing during his time as both student and young faculty member. Other professors turned friends included geologist Jackie Watkins, mathematicians John Mewkes and Bill Hines, and chemists Rodney Cate, Jesse Rogers, Eldon Sund, and Ricky Williams. He also wanted to mention the administrators who backed and supported him and his research throughout his time at MSU, which included Rodney Cate, Norman Horner, Louis Rodriguez, Jesse Rogers, and Betty Stewart. Specifically, Stangl mentioned Dr. Walt Dahlquist as his research advisor when he was a student at MSU and retaining that role as friend, colleague, and field companion for the duration of his life, and also for teaching him the trade as a rat stuffer. Dr. Stangl wanted to thank the residents of Bolin Science Hall over the years for their tolerance of such things as resident rattlesnakes, rancid carcasses, skunk odor in the elevator, loose bats, and the use of the loading dock as his own personal parking space. Stangl's wife Eileen and daughter Dawn are both deceased. Their son Freddie is a lawyer in Lubbock, Texas, where he lives with his wife Jill and their children Taylor, Avery, and little Freddie. Dr. Stangl resides in Wichita Falls, where he is anxiously awaiting cooler weather so he can participate in his favorite pastime, picking up pecans.